All right, what's going on, everyone? Today we got some interesting news on Red Dead Redemption 2. So it seems like it actually may be arriving to Switch sometime either this year or within the next few years. And if you guys do remember, last week I did make a video talking about Red Dead Redemption 2 coming to next-gen consoles because of the ongoing court battle that's happening with Microsoft and some other companies. Some documents were leaked and it was revealed that Rockstar at least is or was working on a Red Dead Redemption 2 sort of remaster or expanded enhanced version. Again, there's so far no news on that, but at least for this we do kind of have some concrete evidence. So as you know, when it comes to Rockstar titles as well as just other companies as well, sometimes there's going to be sort of like rating leaks that kind of happen where it kind of gives an idea of what Rockstar or whatever company that's working on it is going to release. So we obviously seen this pretty much a few months ago with Red Dead Redemption 1. It was rated in South Korea for the ages, and there's some changes and stuff that happened, some information updates and all that. And obviously about a month later after that, Rockstar revealed that RDR1 was coming for PlayStation 4 as well as for Nintendo Switch. And then obviously we had that about a month ago at this point. So this also happened with the GTA trilogy. This happened sometime in like August, where it was the rating thing happened, and then obviously it released November 11th. So no surprise, it actually happened again, and we're probably going to see this a lot more in the future when it comes to pretty much only any Rockstar title. There's going to be at least a point where one of them gets rated and then we just end up seeing what's going to happen. But anyways, though, this actually happened for RDR2, and there's some information revealing that it's actually coming to the Nintendo Switch, which is actually like a crazy thought. Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a huge and graphically intense game, and for it to run on Nintendo Switch is kind of crazy. I mean, GTA trilogy, it makes sense. Obviously it can run on a Switch. These games are from like 2000, early 2000s, so it makes sense for that to release. RDR1 was kind of pushing it a little bit, but it's still understandable how that was able to work. And for what I've seen, at least within these past few months of it releasing, it makes sense. Everything seems to be good. I mean, it's not the best, but the graphics aren't bad. It seems to have a good smooth frame rate and all that, so it seems to be a successful at least port to the Switch. So obviously this is something that may be a little bit different when it comes to Red Dead Redemption 2, being that this game is not from 2010, and it's actually from 2018. So this information really started from this Brazil article. This is something that Test2 over here posted on Twitter, and they said that RDR2 rated for Nintendo Switch on Brazilian ratings board. Cloud streaming isn't available in Brazil. And they said back in 2019, a reliable friend stated Rockstar had plans for a Switch version, and it could be for the Switch 2, rumored to perform similarly to Gen 8 consoles or a standard version. So the Switch 2 of course isn't officially out yet, and the original Switch came out like a few years ago. So obviously the Switch 2 could have a lot of improvements, and obviously could be on the same standard or level when it comes to the PS5 as well as the Xbox Series X and S. And even though it's a smaller console, regardless of that, there's a lot of technology upgrades and stuff that happened over the past few years, so we could even see something similar to that. So I don't think Rockstar probably would release RDR2 on the original Switch, but we could end up seeing that happen on the Switch 2 whenever that does officially get released. So here's a screenshot from the Brazilian rating board, and this is usually something that happens with the South Korean rating board, but it doesn't really make a huge difference when it comes to another country. As long as it's rated in one country, it usually kind of points to the fact that something is going to be arriving. So we'll just have to see what Rockstar decides to do when it comes to an announcement, but I think it's definitely possible. I mean, I think I've seen some gameplay, or at least some tried gameplay of GTA 5 on Nintendo Switch, and it really wasn't the best experience. And of course GTA 5 is 10 years old at this point. It's older than RDR2 by a lot of years, but I think if it was officially done and really put into thought, it definitely could work out. I'm not sure what happened on Nintendo Switch 1, but it definitely could happen on the second one. And I mean, there's a few games, there's Assassin's Creed games as well, I'm pretty sure, that do run on Nintendo Switch, and maybe they're not the best experience, but the main thing when it comes to Switch is that it's not meant to be like the most graphically intense or best performance. Obviously it's just meant to be a console that you can use to kind of play anywhere, which is cool. So that's kind of the main focus, but obviously you still want it to be decent, not just complete trash like you're playing on a PS1 or something in 2023. So overall, I mean, this is something that I can see Rockstar doing. RDR2 is a very successful game, and even though they kind of banned the online version, this is something that they could kind of release to make even more sales, and just kind of spread and release RDR2 to more consoles and stuff. But if they're going to release a Switch version, they obviously should and probably will release the version for PS5 as well as Xbox Series X and S, as well as probably like some type of small update or improvement, stuff like that they also added, similar to GTA 5 when that released on the next gen console. So a lot of things happening. You know, obviously I don't know when Rockstar is going to be officially announcing or releasing a Switch version and or the next gen version as well. We'll have to see. But of course, once they do announce that, I will be sure to let you guys know. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, what you guys think about it. If you do think that RDR2 should release on the Switch. This is something that Rockstar had in the works, or at least planned to have, you know, since supposedly of 2019. So this is something that may be releasing pretty soon, and overall could be a good thing for Rockstar. But in my opinion though, if Rockstar is going to release it, they gotta release next gen versions as well, and at least bring some type of update to story mode and online. If you guys did enjoy, though, subscribe, put on post notifications. Don't forget to drop a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.